Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com, and this is going to be your stock watch list for October 31st, Halloween, Wednesday. Let's go ahead and take a look at the action in the SPY today. So after the close yesterday, that weak close, and then that last second bounce into the close on the SPY when the SPY was trading around 4 o'clock in the morning. Basically, they were kind of just chopping it around. Then we started selling off, breaking down below VWAP. That happened at around, 10 minutes to 9, and they started moving us down. Cavalry shows up just as the market is opening up here, pushes us up. As you notice, we can't get above the 267 area here on the SPY, so the bears get their chance to break us down again. Cavalry shows up again for today, pushes us back over VWAP. So we came down to 263, then 264 area. So a higher low here, right? So they push us up, and then at around this was around 10 minutes to 12, right? They started driving us back down below VWAP here, and then cavalry shows up again at 263.50. Now I thought this was going to be the one because when we were breaking this low here, I said, okay, well, bears are going to be back in control. Fortunately for the bulls today, we went chopped sideways a little bit, then into the close we started to gain some footing, and the bulls took us up into the close. And as you can see in the after hours, we're holding up around this 268 level in the after hours tonight. I'm doing this video at around 7 o'clock Eastern time. So that was pretty much the action. The bulls showed up when they had to, when they needed to today. Dip buyers were showing up, and we got that move up. As far as the markets themselves for today, to the downside, so we had the VIX moving down today, so some fear came out of the market there today. Oil moved down about 0.5%. Gold was down today. The dollar was up quite a bit today. The dollar is very strong right now. This is the ETF for the US dollar. So that has been making new highs. It's been driving down the euro, driving down gold and commodities as the dollar moves up. And it's making it tougher for multinational companies in the United States that have to deal in dollars and the exchange rates. So the dollar is very strong right now. As far as the change to the upside today, we had the home builders actually up 5% today. The semis were up 4% today. Retailers followed yesterday with another percentage move up, almost 3% more on the retailers. We had the XLB up, and the IWM were also up today. OIH was up almost 2%, the oil services sector. The Dow was up 432 points for the day, and the banks were also up today. So a lot of green all around, folks dipping their toes in the water. I'd say a good day for the bulls, but caution is still needed out there. The markets held up today. They closed up at the highs. If you ask me, is the market bottom in? I'll say, inconclusive as of yet on the SPY. We don't know. All right. We'll have to see if we're going to get a continuation move tomorrow as we get a further, if we start moving up into the 10 SMA here. Right now, we're kind of hanging out at around the 5 EMA on the daily chart. So inconclusive to say, one day, hard to say. But, the bulls are trying to defend this 260, 263 area right now. It was a test of support, and then we reversed back up. The IWM, that's what kind of let us down, and that's kind of finding some footing here above 145. So the IWM was also up today, and like I said, this is what let us down. So we still haven't gotten above the 8 EMA here on the IWM, so still work to do there. So, market improved today, but cautious. We're going into November 6th, which is the midterm elections, so keep that in mind for next week. And We had after the bell tonight, we had Facebook report earnings, and Facebook kind of very volatile here from about 137 area all the way back up to about 154. So all over the place. Mark Zuckerberg came on the conference call. I think it was around this area here, and that's when Facebook started to move back up. And so Facebook holding up okay in the after hours. It closed at around 146.22. So we're trading about $4 up off of that currently for Facebook. So after the bell, we had a lot of earnings come out. This news courtesy of the Trade Exchange, I'll just go through a few of them. Not going to go through all. FireEye, they did an earnings per share beat by 4 cents. Revenue beat. FireEye is up in the after hours back over that 17 area on that name. We had Electronic Arts earnings per share and revenue beat on Electronic Arts. Not really a big reaction to that in the after hours. Let's see. Facebook, like we said, they had earnings. Their earnings came in, then they went in on the conference call. Facebook, let's see, earnings per share beat, and they had a small miss on the revenue. But that was from Forex, I believe, right? The exchange rate. And if they didn't have that problem with the dollar versus other currencies, their revenue would have came in line from what I'm reading. So anyway, Facebook bouncing nicely in the after hours. HLF, Herbalife, HLF. That stock beat by 8 cents, revenue beat. Stock is moving up in the after hours on that one. CLVS, earnings per share, revenue miss. And we'll keep scrolling up here, down here. 3D earnings per share miss by 1 cent and a revenue miss. So they missed on the top line and the bottom line there. So paying the price in the after hours tonight on 3D systems. IQ earnings per share miss, revenue beat on IQ, a recent IPO here. So this stock is taking a hit in the after hours tonight on their earnings. Baidu earnings per share beat by 20 cents and revenue beat. So that stock was popping up in the after hours, now moving down. For Baidu, oil numbers, the API oil data came out. It was a larger than expected build. So it was a build in oil of 5.6 million. So let's check USO. Actually ticking up a little bit here in the after hours. Not too much damage there. And then NXTD had some news after the bell tonight. NXTD, they were popping this one up and then moved it down. Yellen was making some comments after the bell tonight. She's the former chairman of the Federal Reserve, chairperson, I should say. And then what else do we have? We had Neighbors missed by 13 cents, misses on revenue. Here's some of your earnings before the market tomorrow. SIMO beat by 7 cents, misses on revenue for Simo. That's a semiconductor name. That stock moving down, it looks like, in the after hours. Some of your top insider purchases. Once again, this all courtesy of the Trade Exchange. Here's your top insider purchases that came out after the bell. American Airlines is there, and also SWK. A few to mention there. All right, so that's some of your news. They came out after the bell tonight, once again, courtesy of the Trade Exchange. If you'd like to come try my service, I run a day trading room and a swing trading service, so we do both. And if you'd like to come see the service, free November 6th, 7th, and 8th. You can get free access for all those days. Just put in a name and your email, send that to us, and we'll send you the link as we get closer. So November 6th, 7th, and 8th, that's next week. All right, so give us a heads up if you'd like to check out my service, we do day trading and swing trading at the service at Zozo StockWatch. Let's see, what else did I want to go over? Went over the SPY, went over the IWM. Here's some trades from the service we did. We just got a beautiful trade on Under Armour this morning. They came out with earnings. It's one of my favorite stocks to trade for earnings. So here was Under Armour now at around 702. I put that in the room. Watch Under Armour over 1755, and it got up over that 1755, 1760 area, and basically we were off to the races for the whole entire day. Now I wish I could tell you I got all of this move, but I did not. I got about $1.50 on the most of my trade. So a very nice trade in Under Armour today. And so that's how we started the day before the market even opened up. Then after that, we traded dries. We took a trade in dry ships. Last night they came out with news that they were doing a share buyback of 50 million, so that's what put it on our radar. And they also had earnings last night, so we watched this one on the break of 525. All right, and the stock popped up nicely on dries. We traded ATVI today in the service for a winner. We also traded AMD today. We got in at 1680. The stock moved up to 17 and change. So that was a nice quick trade. And then towards the close tonight, when the market was strong into the close, we jumped into some SQ Square at 68.25. We also traded CRM, and we were trading Facebook into the close, and we got a nice trade out of that. So Facebook giving a nice trade into the close. Now we didn't trade it in after hours Facebook, but we got a nice run into the earnings tonight, and then we were out before the market closed. So nice trade there on Facebook FB. All right, some of the stocks I'm going to be watching for tomorrow. This AGRX. Now it's an under $1 name, but it's getting a lot of social media attention and is perking up some volume coming in. So this AGRX will be on watch if you like those under $1 names. ARRY has been holding up pretty strong here. 6 million shares came into the name today, holding above the 50 mark on the RSI down here below. Right, so relative strength in this market has that came up to 16 today. Thought it was almost going to get over 16 today, so I'll have this one on watch for tomorrow. CGC, coming down to the 200 SMA here, kind of turning back up. So this one will be on watch. Let me check it in after hours. So as you can see, I have my chart lined, ready to go for tomorrow, watching this maybe this 35 break on CGC. So that'll be on watch for tomorrow. ConocoPhillips trying to come up off of this 200 SMA. Nice move up on this name. Dries will also be on watch again for tomorrow. DXTR, one of these names out of nowhere that popped 5.3 million shares. They moved it all the way up to $9. In the after hours, it's not doing too much. Now, I didn't get a trade in this today, but I'll have it on watch tomorrow, see if there's any kind of intraday setup. FLKS, if you like these under $1 names, 3.8 million shares on FLKS, trying to get above this 60-cent mark. Let's check it in the after hours, not doing too much right now. KLAC had good earnings last night, showed good strength, semiconductor equipment. So they make the equipment. So this one having a nice move. So maybe it gets a continuation move for tomorrow. NXTD, they had some news. They popped it up, but now they've pulled it back, so I don't like it as much. But keep it on watch. Stranger things have happened in this market. OGEN was a big mover today, percentage-wise. 13 million shares came into OGEN, so this stock will be on watch for tomorrow. It's an over $1 name. On Semiconductor had earnings last night. This might have helped the semis get those gains today, right? To kind of set the ball rolling with those good earnings. So this one has that $17 area, 12.5 million shares on 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 semiconductor. So that'll be on watch. Another one of these under 50 cent names that was getting some volume, not a whole lot of volume, 1 million shares, but PULM. All right, and the only reason I point these out is because a lot of these stocks have been popping and making some very big moves. So I'm just putting them out there. If you like to trade these under $1, under 50-cent names, this one is one to watch. A Scone, C-O-N, SCON, sorry. Also, trying to turn the corner here. It's still under the 50 SMA, but all this kind of stuff that's been jammed down and doing nothing, all of a sudden it starts to turn and make some moves up. So keep that one on watch. Sino is a shipper, SINO, trying to get up over the 200 SMA here. We had a recent high back here of $1.39. So watch that area. I'll be watching it on intraday also. The shippers have been making some nice moves, so I have a few other shippers on watch also. TAL has been trying to turn the corner here. So maybe if this one can get up over this 27.90, $28 area for TAL, keep an eye on this one. 5.7 million shares traded in that one. TWLO actually, holding up okay in this market. We came from 90 down to about $70 here right now. Maybe trying to turn the corner, may give a continuation move. This is not an easy intraday trader, so you have to kind of trade it light. It can be spready and very volatile, but I'll be watching it. VCYT, nice pop today, 3.3 million shares. Now moved all the way up to close to $13, pulled back to about 11.50 in the after hours, not doing too much. So we'll have it on watch tomorrow, see if it sets up. VIRT, I hope you guys got this one. If you watched my videos from video from last night, talked about VIRT, and there's your nice move up today on VIRT. Next one is Xilinx, XLNX, another one of these semis. They beat on their earnings. There's also chatter around this name too. So holding up very strong after selling off. Then earnings come up. They get the earnings gap up. Held the gains today, the follow through. So this one will be on watch for tomorrow on XLNX. Once again, the link for joining my room will be in the description. Just scroll down in this video and there's a description box, and you'll see the link to register for the free days in my room. Also, I'd appreciate if you watch the videos, if you give a thumbs up on the bottom. That helps me in my standing with YouTube, so that would be greatly appreciated. So please hit that thumbs up. Let me know you're out there. And that's all I have for tonight. Keeping the list a little bit small. Let's see what happens tomorrow for the open. As it stands right now, let me check the futures for you. The futures are up a tad. All right, the Asian markets have not opened up yet. The Nasdaq futures are up about 27. The S&P futures up about 3, and the Dow futures basically, flat, up about 15 on those. Other news, Akamai had very good earnings today. Akamai, so they gapped this one up today. Like I said, Under Armour was a big gainer for us today. GE just got slaughtered today. They cut their dividend. There's a lot of problems here at General Electric Company. So that stock trading at $10.18, really getting slaughtered there. I'm not sure where they're going to take that one. Ulta was down today also. Ulta dropped about 4% today. Their earnings are coming out not until December, 6th of December, so I'm not sure. Actually, overall, though, it's been holding up. Just a down day when the market was kind of having an up day, so that's why it stands out on Ulta. All right, this is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. Hope you have a very good day trading tomorrow. I'll bring this over for you. So for your earnings for tomorrow, you you got tomorrow, we got kind of a reprieve, right? There's no major market moving earnings. Maybe GM could possibly move the markets tomorrow, but we're waiting for the big one now. Facebook, we're beyond Facebook. They seem to be holding up in the after hours, but Apple is coming up on Thursday for Apple, and then we get BABA on Friday before the open. And by the way, Apple had their event today in Brooklyn. That one had kind of gotten slammed down yesterday. I guess a type of an inside day tomorrow. Not very bullish here at the moment on Apple, but I guess in comparison to the other stocks out there, it's holding up pretty well. So Apple earnings coming up on Thursday after the bell. All right, this is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. Have a very nice evening.